Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Portland River Hogs and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Portland River Hogs and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and he rifles one incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid, as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
To be considered for the MVP award in the NFL, it's got to be a season of not just consistency, but spectacular consistency, and he's had it all the way through.
I think you're right. He's been as consistent, more consistent probably than anybody else as the numbers bear out. And the social media chatter for the MVP races certainly start to ramp up. I know you and I have felt that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, he's in the pole position as we head down the stretch.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down now, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, The head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Murray now to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see where they sit, perched right at the top. The question, Charles, with a perfect season they have going, what's on the line, how do you see them playing it out these final few weeks of the season?
So I can see the locker room voting unanimously to play to win. That's how they're built. It doesn't matter whether you're 0 whatever or undefeated. You want to play every game to win it. But I think from a management and coaching standpoint, you're looking at it and saying how much pressure is on this team to try and keep that record going, and is that really our ultimate goal? They're almost hoping maybe they get beat, and now you can start to rest guys and take the pressure off and just get ready for the playoffs.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back back at his own 6-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Murray now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Chiefs 3.
Yellow. Check. Watch 54.
From the 17, Mahomes. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
That's yellow. Number 53. Mike 53. 3 buns.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give, right side. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Murray. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. But just like you said, they've got the lead. Don't do anything silly. Run the football, and that's what they did. They
would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. First down, Murray. Got a man open, it's Ross. And touchdown! John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing on second down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Easy one. It's easy one. It's coming again.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's 21-3. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now here's Mahomes. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Wide open receiver, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm here all day.
Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there, and 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Deep ball for Goodwin. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first,
there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down. Swift. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 49 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some, because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Murray now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
56.
From the 41, Murray. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. And what a big-time play there. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Murray now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. But guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the offense onto the field once more, led by O.J. Howard. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always the key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him, because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go! Yellow! I'm going Louie! That's what I do.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They keep it with Barkley on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Murray now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mahomes to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now it's Barkley. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now here comes Kansas City. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill standing alone with a new NFL record, 32nd touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Butker on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down, Murray. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They call it no gain there on the first down play. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
I'm going back to you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. On first down, Barkley, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 25 on second down, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
54, right there, 54 miles. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it. Some
of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for our visitors, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charlie.